I just rolled the intro.
It's Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah. Tuesday, Talkmen Tuesday. Everybody's looking forward to the podcast, yeah.
Sorry.
Always some background noise over there.
I was trying to find another video where it does like, oh, shh, shh. We'll see if I can do that. Sawyer, how's the week doing?
Week is going very well. I cannot complain. I started doing this thing where every night I read a chapter in a fiction book and a chapter in a nonfiction book. Mm-hmm. And your Dave Ramsey books are next on my like real book list. Right now I'm reading. It's like Pathway to the Heart. It's like that's not what the title is. It's something like that though, and they basically just define feelings. I hate it, but Candace told me I should read it, and so I'm reading it. But because like I've learned that we have different tastes when it comes to nonfiction, and so that's not really my style. But I'm giving it a go. It gets good feedback, but again, it's not for me. But so next. After that, I should be done on that one. Friday is the last day. Then I'm going to be picking up a Dave Ramsey book and going to start reading through those. So that's where like I've instead of feeling bad for not going to the gym as much, I'm like, if I'm not going to the gym to do something physically, I'm going to do something mentally and like read a little bit more. So that's what I've been doing.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. How's your week been going?
It's been good. House inspection passed. It's like, oh, that's a relief. And then
now you can start throwing mud everywhere.
Oh man. Oh, I think they implemented now. I should have asked her, but I was just like, anything to get the house inspection like out the door. Like somebody said they're doing 2 inspections a year now. Like, what? So we'll see.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did something like they could now return anytime in the next couple of weeks, and it still counts towards that first one as like a little probationary period. I'm surprised they don't have something like that.
So the story isn't too bad because we got everything settled. I think the one issue is like hot meats with the taco truck, but they said they were going to come back until like the summertime when I'm guessing a lot of food trucks are operational. So we won't have to worry about that until then.
Yeah, it makes sense. You can't really say if it's going to be clean or not. If it's not being used too crazy much, it's easier to maintain.
So we'll see how it goes. But once the gym once this week, hopefully I'll go over the rest of the week and somehow make up for it maybe Saturday, the Tuesday that I missed. Maybe first week 5.
You're doing better than I am.
You haven't gone to the gym, Sawyer?
I haven't gone to the gym once. Like last week I went Sunday, and then I didn't go the rest of the week.
I was like, dang!
I've been struggling to go to the gym. But again, that's why I'm like, don't feel bad about not going to the gym, but what are you going to do to counteract it? Like, what am I going to do if I'm not going to the gym to make it so I'm not just sitting in front of the TV all evening? So that's where I've kind of brought in the book, but
and I'm also curious.
I need to get back to the gym.
What is, if you can say, Candace's taste in books compared to yours?
I think she likes things more like, not necessarily black and white, but she likes more so stories in her books, where I like it where you can kind of make your own definitions of things. Like this book, it's walking through, like, this is what, through my research, what I found like guilt to mean. And an example of that in my life is this. Where I like it, where it's kind of like the subtle art of not giving an F, where it's like, here's a story and here's how it can apply, but like it's different for everybody else, and it's not so like the end all be all if that's the case. So
interesting.
I
definitely like stories. in my books.
Mm-hmm.
Because they don't have stories. I'm like, what? It's great information, but like, I don't want a lesson. I don't want a lecture.
Yeah,
Stop
and
it.
honestly, that's kind of what I feel this book is because it reminds me so much of a school book, though, too, because it's like, here's the bolded word, and then right after that, here's the definition of it, here's an example of it, and so I feel like I'm reading through, again, like a school book, necessarily, about emotions, and I'm just like, I'm really not feeling that. But I have noticed I enjoy more, I never thought I would say this in my life, but I enjoy nonfiction books more than fiction books now. And I think like it's I can kind of chalk it up to things that I can apply directly to my life. I like books where it's like I guess fiction books are a great escape and everything like that, but like you kind of have to be in the right mood. But the reason why I'm reading a chapter in each is because I've got so many fiction books that I bought and then I never read, and so I'm like, I need to read these and then we'll see how many I keep on buying in the future. But I'm definitely more of a nonfiction person now.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Look at you go.
Mm-hmm.
I think I had a phase where like I had books, and I just bought a ton of books. And yeah, I probably read like 1 out of like the 10 I bought.
Yeah.
So
I like buying books. Like, it makes me feel good when I buy books. I mean, you went to a completely different level when you bought, like, 50 Dave Ramsey books? So, you love buying books. Like, I just like walking around a Barnes & Noble and being like, yeah, I'm going to get a book. And I'm going to put it in my bookshelf.
Once I got to audiobooks, though, that was a game changer.
Yeah.
I was just rereading the same page. I was like, what did I just read?
Yeah.
I also realized I suck at reading. So my mind just goes like, did I read that? Did I not? What is going on?
Yeah, sometimes I have to reread the same thing a couple of times until, like, I really get the full picture of it.
Mm-hmm. That's how I am. And then, have you, any chance you've read Think and Grow Rich?
Mm-mm. No.
It's like the, one of the top books for Napoleon Hill, like I would say godfather of self-help.
Huh.
And, except I like how, in like one of the first lines, like just to let you guys know, it's like, this is not a novel. This is not made to entertain. I'm like, God darn it.
Well, I'm not entertained.
It has great information, but yeah, it's just like one of those lesson books. I'm like, but he's made other ones.
The Thinking Girl's Guide to the Right. No, that's not it. The Thinking Girl's Guide to the Right Guide. The Thinking. What is it?
Think and Grow Rich.
Thinking Girl Rich. I kept pulling up the Thinking Girl's Guide to the Right Guide to the Right Guy, and I'm like, I don't think that's what we're talking about. Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill, 1937.
He's like the godfather of all self-help books. Well, because he's made it since like 100 years ago.
This looks like a hardcore book, like just by the cover.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of got the Monopoly guy's hat, a cane, and on the top of a pile of money.
Are we sure we're looking? Wait, what was it?
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so on the Wikipedia page. So this might be like the original.
Okay.
Yeah.
Page. I need to go to that one then. Now I want to see Think and Grow Rich Wikipedia page.
Because you know how true Wikipedia can be.
I've also like read other ones that he said one of his supporters. Oh, okay, that's the original hardcover.
Yeah, that's like the original.
But Hitler was actually one of his
Well, that's a name drop.
was one of his
Something like this one. Talking about Hitler.
He was like one of his fans or whatnot. He followed his work. And Napoleon Hill was like he was cool with it until like later on when he realized what he was using that kind of information for. It's like,
yeah.
So please be advised. Please use it at your own will. Like, ouch.
Yeah, that's one of those things. Like, then do you brag about it? Like, yeah, Hitler read my books. Like, I think I'll kind of keep that on the down low. But I'm also not Napoleon Hill, so he can do with it whatever he wanted to when he was alive.
Published in 1937. And then, but one of my favorite books from his is like Outwitting the Devil or How to Raise Your Own Salary. Those basically have the same principles as Think and Grow Rich, but not in lesson form.
Gotcha.
There's actual like a conversation with other people. I'm like, thank you.
That's interesting. I like that title, How to Outwit the Devil.
Mm-hmm. And rumor has it they didn't publish it until his wife's death because they didn't want to, especially 100 years ago. Well, not 100 years ago, 60.
Yeah.
Oh, snap, like 80 years ago. Oh.
60, 80, oh gosh. increasing.
1937. Yeah, how big religion was, and to put devil on the actual front cover. It's like, the wife was like, please don't publish it when I'm alive. And so he passed away. She didn't want to get published, and it wasn't until she passed away that they gave out the manuscript to his foundation.
Huh.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look into Napoleon Hill.
Do it. Okay. Now, we go from self-help, Napoleon Hill, to silly questions.
Well, did you decide anything for your New Year's resolution? Did you do anything like that?
Kind of similar to like what I was previously doing. The goal is like 5 workouts a week, 5 out of 5. That'd be the one. And since I feel like this is the year I'm turning 30, try to cook more inside the house. Not go out to eat so much.
Yeah.
But then again, I got the taco truck outside, so I'm just like literally like no effort at all. Like, can you just make me this food, please? Thank you. But I
feel like that'd be very hard for me too. Like, I mean, because I'm a big taco guy. Like, I love tacos. And yeah, having something like that just so readily accessible.
I also found a new Italian place. This guy would come to the store, and he told me about this location, so I followed them on Facebook. And I'm seeing them posted pictures of their Italian subs, and they finally got to me.
Yeah, I looked that place up. It looked good. It looked really good.
Oh, man. I've gone twice for Italian beef, and they're sold out.
Is that like their famous one?
I think so.
Known for their Italian beef?
Mm-hmm. So he was like, you gotta come early, man. I'm like, okay. I'll go early. Like, as soon as they open, 15 minutes later, I'm dropping in that order. And they got take and bake pizzas, too.
Ooh.
Which they look good, too.
Yeah.
A lot of pepperoni. So I might do that. Italian sandwich with Italian beef and the take and bake pizza for dinner. So
what is like your favorite type of sandwich, if you had to choose?
What are the options? There's so many options.
I mean, yeah, I would say, do you like hot sandwiches or cold sandwiches?
Hot, for sure.
You like hot sandwiches? See, I'm a cold sandwich guy. Unless it's like a prime rib sandwich. Oh, give me a prime rib sandwich every day of the week and I will be happy. There's this, I would go down a tangent on a prime rib sandwich, so I'm going to digress. Because there's this one place in Naperville that is so freaking good. So hot sandwiches you go for. Do you usually go for like a patty melt type of sandwich, or do you go for like a Subway type of sandwich when they put it in the oven to get like all warm inside? Those are very drastic in my mind, but in terms of like the style of sandwich, I should say.
I'd be like the Subway type inside the oven. Just make sure it's hot.
And then in terms of meat, what about meat? Or veggie. That's always an option too. Cheese and veggies.
I feel like I like the flavor of like beef. But the older I'm getting, chicken, my stomach prefers chicken.
Yeah. You should go to Jersey Mike's if there's one by you. I believe they have like a chicken cheesesteak, which is like a Philly cheesesteak but with chicken.
Ooh,
I'm pretty sure they have something like that. I shouldn't be making that up. Jersey Mike's, chicken, cheese. Yeah, okay, they do. Wasn't completely lying. It's called the Chicken Philly. It's a hot sub. But chicken, peppers, onions, white American cheese. I feel like that would be up your alley.
Oh man, that's the other thing. It's like it's getting to the point where like if I don't eat properly or eat way too much junk food,
You get heartburn
the rest of the day. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's like you said you want to take a nap, and I'm like, oh my goodness, because like I can't take a nap. So working on trying to eat more chicken.
Yeah.
Less beef and like, oh my goodness, cheese. Oh.
There was one day for lunch at work it was macaroni and cheese and something else. And I usually just have like a turkey sandwich, like very plain, but it's something that can get your stomach and kind of fuel you. But I had like a very heavy lunch, and then I didn't have that much going on the rest of the day. And I swear I was falling asleep at my desk. Like it was a struggle. And I told myself like not doing that again, because if somebody comes around, see me like napping or something in my little cubicle, like, See, now I'm making you yawn talking about all that food.
Yeah. Oh man, that's the other thing. Make sure I have enough water to like go down, because that helps with me too. Drink a lot of water. It's like somewhat get energy.
I need to drink more water. I've got a hydro flask that's like just a normal sized one, and I only drink one a day. And so I need to drink more just because it's not good. You should have more. I just worry about having to go pee like 5 times in the day if I just keep drinking.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. But I've seen the new trend. Hydro flasks are out.
What? Stanley
Cups are in.
Oh, yeah, I've seen those. I just got mine for Christmas, so I don't think it's going anywhere.
I'm like, what are Stanley Cups? I saw them all over TikTok, and I just went to like in the black hole. Like, they're everywhere. Like, oh, and then there was like these memes or like these videos where people were like, did not get a new Stanley Cup for Christmas. I just had my old hydro flask. I'm like, that's me.
Isn't the big difference just that they have a handle?
A handle, and they fit in your cup car. So like, it has.
I mean, that's important.
Unlike the hydro flask where it doesn't, it's not shaped to a cup.
Yeah.
But yeah, it has a handle, cup size, and then straw.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm guessing I don't want to look at the prices now. I'm guessing
hydro definitely increased ever since if there's a craze around something like that. And they've got something where they can do it like the Starbucks cups, where just have the different colors, and people who love them will just keep buying different colors of them.
Oh my goodness. Guess how much a Stanley Cup is.
$120.
Whoa. If you want a pink one, it's $118.
Why? Why a pink one is $118? I guess target audience, they know will go for it. That's ridiculous.
The cheapest one on Amazon, it is a charcoal for $62.
That's the one that I would get. Give me that charcoal.
40 ounces. Like, oh,
that's insane.
I want to see their marketing, because what happened?
It had to just been TikToks, you would think.
Oh,
I feel like TikTok is like the best way for people to market nowadays.
Like what? Hydro Flask was definitely. Hydro Flask was definitely Instagram, right? That's what that got big.
I'm sure. Yeah.
And I want to see all the videos, like, because Yeti, similar to
Yeti's fallen.
Yeah. Their cups that seem similar, like the sponsored post, like right next to the Stanley Cups. Those are $42, and I thought Yeti was expensive. I thought Yeti was pricey.
I mean, all of this stuff, like, they just have to build off of one another, and like the little tiny differences, really, in these cups. They're not going to make anything taste different. It's just like, hey, do you want a handle? Do you not want a handle? But I think it's just the name itself that they go with.
Yeah.
But I went on the Stanley1913.com. That's their website. And you can get 40-ounce ones for $40.
Oh.
Even pink. I guess no, you can't. They're all sold out.
So that's why Amazon has them for like double the price right now.
Yeah, because that's the only place that you can get them.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they've got coolers, just like Yeti had coolers. or has coolers.
Oh, okay, so they are $40 originally.
And so they upsell them. But yeah, every single thing is sold out.
I'm telling you, you
Well,
saw
not
the
every single
craze.
thing. You can buy ones that don't have handles that have like a, I don't know, like a picnic basket handle on top of it.
Nope. The handles are the trending ones. I saw the cafeteria row. I'm like, what? Everyone had one. Like, it's like hydro flask all over again. I want to see like the videos what made them popular.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's just some person hiking or some person driving in a convertible with their sunglasses on, hair blowing, sipping out of their drink.
Oh. And
I
think
love Duolingo, their marketing. Have you seen them on TikTok? It's like the app where people can learn new languages. It's the owl.
I haven't seen it.
They just have the sassiest, funniest TikToks out there. And it was an intern who said that they should make a TikTok, and now she's like the head marketer for them just because she grew their TikTok so much. And I want to say she's like really young. Head of marketing, Duolingo. Her name's Jessica. That helps. Let's see. Paid. But yeah, I saw some story about her. Oh, this is not the girl I thought it was. Just kidding. But yeah, it's whoever was in charge of it, like started out as an intern, was like, hey, we should create a TikTok, more of a social media presence, and just blew them up. And it's because they say things that not a lot of companies say. Like, they go part of like random trends that people go to, like even if it has like profanity in it, there are some companies that stay away from that. And they just went for it, and they got a huge following that way. And then, do you know Scrub Daddy? It's like the sponge. They have a really funny TikTok too. Like, they've got good marketers on them. Again, it's just being extra.
Ooh. I somehow got into. I like how this YouTuber. I like how he puts his titles. It's like one of his titles was like "White Guy Shocks Entire African Family by Speaking Nigerian." He basically,
I love that guy. I've seen that guy. He's kind of a bigger, like bigger in the face white dude. He's kind of got a circle head.
Yeah.
I love him. He has such good videos. He knows so many languages. But continue with your story.
I don't know how I got into, like, I probably saw one of his videos of like white guy studying this Chinese place. And like once I started watching them, like I enjoy watching those videos. And they like when he speaks to other people's languages, and he's American. You can clearly tell he's American. So like a Chinese food place, like do a double head nod of like, did he just speak Chinese? Or like, did you just speak like another language? Like, did you go there? No. Like, where'd you study it? Like, I've been learning it with some of my friends. What?
And he usually gets like free things from the place too, because it's like, hey, you care enough to try to learn our language, like it's a sign of respect. And so they show that to him. But I love that some, like, if the one that pops in my head is he went to a Chinese restaurant, and then there were people that were talking like shit behind his back, like, oh, look at this white guy, like, what is he doing? And then he speaks their language, and then he kind of jokes around with them, but like he gets insulted all the time. Like, what's this white kid doing here?
And like the double head turn is like, did you just speak that language? It's like, are those words coming out of his mouth? Like, yeah, those are the words.
I hate it though. I will say I know why he does it, but when he pretends to have like broken of their language, whatever it is, like he'll like say some things and be struggling, and then he'll just go fluent. Because I'm like, I know they don't know. I know, just like talk because you could do it, but.
We have this lady who comes to our store. She's American, blonde hair. She actually married an Honduran and actually learned Spanish that way. So she actually picked up his accent. So full on Central American accent, Honduran, speaking Spanish. So when she starts speaking Spanish, they do the head turns like, she looks American. Like, why she have like a Central American accent?
Mm-hmm.
Like, she married an Honduran, picked up his accent.
That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, you should come more often, please. Like when you start speaking Spanish, people just do like a double take of like, is that her?
Did we hear what we thought we heard from who we thought we heard it from?
Yeah, she's speaking Spanish with an Honduran accent. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't see him too often anymore, but there was this one guy who looked as white as can be, but it was like when you look very white, but you grew up in a Spanish speaking household, and like he would just walk around places, and then like food trucks or something like that in like Spanish neighborhoods, and you wouldn't think this guy belonged, but then all of a sudden he's just like, yeah, and he just starts flowing through it.
Showmanic, or is it Showma NYC?
Oh, the guy's name.
Apparently, he married his wife's Chinese.
Ah, that would explain some of that. Yeah, his name's Cody Wong. He does not look like a guy whose last name would be Wong. And again, I know that is very general saying, and probably not right, but
he just learned until the age of 18 he was speaking English. And
wait, am I looking at the same? No, I'm definitely looking at a different guy.
What? What? Sure.
There might be a.
Is there two guys that do the same thing?
Well, so I'm Shoma NYC, and it's definitely a Chinese guy. On Twitter, at least. On Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And so. I digress.
What does that mean?
I've been saying that a lot. I'll step back. Like, we don't need to get into it.
Okay.
I digress. I'm just going to start throwing that out there now.
Come on, like, use context clues. Use context clues. I'm just going to ask.
No, I digress.
I think I've heard that somewhere else, too. Is it from a show?
I'm going to make the title. I don't know. I don't think so. But I'm going to throw that in the title. We get into a lot of information about a lot of different topics, but ... I digress, or we digress.
Okay. Sword.
Angel.
Wait, did I ask you? Do you like, what's your favorite type of sandwiches?
No, you didn't. Thanks for. No, but I definitely go for the cold sandwiches, if like you go to Subway, I believe it's called like the spicy Italian. Like I like anything that's like turkey, pepperoni, like any meat type of sandwich. Not Subway. Jimmy John's has. It's very disgusting to eat it, but it tastes good. It's called the Gargantuan. They literally put like every single type of meat that they have on their sandwich, and then give it to you. And it's like, I don't know, like 2.5 inches tall, probably, or if not more, because I feel like that's actually not too big. But for a Subway sandwich, it is. But like, I just like deli meat sandwiches. I'm very basic.
I don't know why I want to ask this question now.
Oh God.
It might be personal too.
What? How do we go from the sandwiches to a personal topic?
Do you guys cook at home?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
And I think that's probably a reason why, is because like for sandwiches, I wouldn't consider that cooking at home, but like getting deli meat, it's very easy to make that at home. But yeah, we cook home every single week. I would say we maybe go out to dinner once a week, maybe twice if it's both weekend days, but everything else is at home.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop asking personal questions, Angel.
Like, can I get into the business of Sawyer's Kitchen or not?
Well, it's so sad because we'll push off going to the grocery store as long as we can. It's like, okay, what do we have that might be freezer burned and everything like that we can maybe eat? But yeah, we usually, whenever we go to the store, get like chicken, like a thing of like cheapo steak that we can do like kebabs with. So
Yeah, cause I'm like trying to Google like what I should. One, I want to know how to make the Italian sandwiches.
Look up Italian grinder sandwiches. Those are good. They usually have like some sort of banana pepper on them. And they're so freaking good because there's that little bit of spice with it.
I think one of the Italian subs that I got was like the Godfather, and it was spicy. I'm like, oh, this is good. And then I'm trying to make like General Tso chicken at home. Oh my goodness. This ideas that I have. Well, am I going to execute them this year? It's like a 90% chance that no.
But there's also a 10% chance that yes.
Yeah. One can only hope. So then, I could. I don't have to go up in size of my pants. Yeah, the waist is getting bigger. Okay. Alright, sorry.
Angel.
I got a new site. Would you rather have a tail that wags every time you're happy, or a nose that grows every time you lie?
Wait,
Okay.
a tail that wags when I'm happy?
Or a nose that grows every time you lie?
So Pinocchio or a dog?
Yeah.
I'd rather be a dog.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, real?
I feel like people know when we're happy anyways because we're smiling people. Like, I guess unless the only con to that is if like you're somewhere where you have to fake being happy and then people know you're actually not happy, but I can live with that. Not that I lie a lot. Like it's not coming across like I'm lying a lot. I swear I'm a truthful person, but yeah.
Another thing. When Sawyer goes out to eat, where does he usually go out to eat?
So I would say when we go out to eat, we usually go to some place that has like pub food. So like wings or pizza or burgers. Exactly. So we'll usually go somewhere like that. We won't too often go to like a pasta place. We'll usually go to something that, I mean, is a little more on the unhealthy side, the greasy stuff.
Drinks or no drinks? Yeah, alcoholic drinks.
Depends.
Okay. Yeah, I remember going to like my cousin works at a Mexican restaurant, and so like I decided to go, and like I bought takeout. Like just the meal was like $12. The drink was like another $12. I'm like, how do people do this? And then like there was a couple. That's like $25 for myself. I bought somebody else. That'd be $50. That's just one drink. We're gonna cut them off after one drink. Sorry, you need to drink some water. That's why I'm single. That's another thing. I feel like if I would definitely, if I was like in a relationship, I would want to learn how to cook ASAP. We don't have to go out.
Yeah, I mean, it's so expensive going out. It's pricey. Like, especially if you're budgeting, like you just can't afford to do it all the time. I guess some people can. I personally cannot afford to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I would just take out, and I just took it to take out, and those entree and a alcoholic drink, and I was like $24 plus a tip. So I'm like, I had like, if this like a date or something, that would have been like minimum 50, and then tip like 60. Like,
yeah.
Let's push off.
Yeah.
So like, let's cook at home.
Yeah. And hopefully you have a good cook at home.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
There's nothing worse if you're forced to eat at home and it sucks.
I don't know why. I saw another TikTok video of one of, I guess the whole family was there. I'm gonna say the neighbor's friend and goes like the mom's cooking, and the neighbor's friend goes like, what did he say? oh, it's not your best work. And
Ooh.
yeah.
Oh.
You're like, how was the food? It's like, well, it's not your best work. Like, the dad just like, he was stunned. And the friend's just like laughing his butt off. He actually went there. And like another time was like, make sure you put some salt in it. Last time it didn't have any flavor. It was like, you better go help cook that right now. We keep saying that.
You better go home.
Oh,
You can leave.
yeah. Okay, yeah. It's a shocker.
Yeah, I like growing up. I rarely got to eat at friends' houses. That was like usually when it got to dinner time, it was go home, like Sawyer, it's time to come home type of thing.
Mm.
Not very often did I ever eat at somebody else's house.
Yeah, probably same. It was like dinner time. I was like, I gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Would you rather have an uncontrollable fit of laughter during a job interview or a sneeze during your vows at a wedding? At your wedding.
Probably just sneeze.
During your vows at a wedding?
Yeah, I feel like you could get more like chuckles out of that.
Uh-huh.
Like, oh, excuse me, sorry. I'd be like,
Hey, that one good joke of yours.
sorry, first time.
Did you find that ahead of time?
No,
Like the father was giving you a hard time. Like, sorry, first time. Thank God.
Yeah, that was, I mean, that was one of those things where, you know, everybody's looking at you, watching you, and it's just like, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. But you gotta kind of have to make light out of it, too. Like, that's the whole don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah. That's cool. There you go. Yeah. I don't know why I would go with the laughter. I feel like that'd be memorable for the job interview.
But what if they asked you, like, tell me why you left your last opportunity, and you just start cracking up during it? Like, they'd be like, this guy's weird. This guy's got something to hide.
Well, you see, it closed. Ooh. Would you rather accidentally send an embarrassing email to your boss or accidentally call them the wrong name in a meeting? Ooh.
Oh. Neither. Is that an option? It depends what the email's about.
Uh-huh.
Because I accidentally, at my first job, sent like an IM message to my boss about my boss.
A what?
So I like a mess, like just a text message type of thing, but like through the computer. So it was like an instant message.
Okay.
I accidentally, so she was on the phone with somebody, and I messaged somebody. I'm like, wait, does she still like recruit? I thought she didn't do that anymore. Like, it wasn't anything too bad, but like I had her on my mind when I was messaging it, so I messaged it to her on accident. And so I had to kind of like be like, oh god, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I'm just kind of curious though. So that was an awkward situation. So I think I'd rather call them by the wrong name. I feel like you could play off that. Be like, Carol, sorry, I meant Frankie. Or I don't know what the names are, but...
Yeah, you can definitely play off that. And then email, it's like, it's there.
Yeah.
It goes back to it. Wrong name, it's like, I'm sorry. Brain fart. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
That's how easy it would be.
Yeah, sorry, I was talking to somebody else. That name. Like, even if you weren't.
Ooh. Do you remember Pam from my CrossFit class? She wanted 7 kids.
Whoa.
Her husband wanted 4. So they compromised.
And got 7.
At 5. She said she loved every minute of it. She was like, yeah, I wanted more. My husband said. So we compromised at 5. Oh. So, yeah.
That's a lot of kids.
Mm-hmm. And I think the youngest of the family, he has the most kids with 4. Like,
okay. Those are big holidays.
Yeah. And so she's like, yeah, the one who asked me to babysit more is my youngest. He has the most kids.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. Like, when he goes across the class, I'm like, how does he do it? He has 4 kids. I have no kids. I can't make it.
Yeah, how are you awake right now? Like, yeah, I'm tired.
Luckily, wife sees at home, so it helps out too. Like,
there you go.
I would not be able to know how they would do it if that wasn't the case. Would you rather always smell like cheese or always sound like a duck?
Wait, so you only quack all the time? Like, can you communicate? What does sound like a duck? Because cheese can be pretty iffy.
Is like good cheese or rotten cheese?
Yeah.
Oh. Ooh.
Like, am I blue, Gouda, American? What kind of cheese am I?
And then like quack quack or like meow meow.
Wait, what was that?
Meow meow meow.
I popped off to you here. I'm gonna say cheese, just because I have no idea what the duck would entail. And I think I could hopefully do a better job about. I'll just get a job at a cheese factory, and then nobody will know the difference.
That was smart. Cheesecake Factory.
No, not cheesecake, just cheese. A cheese factory. I like it how you turned it into a sweet. Yeah, Cheesecake Factory. Sorry, just came back from my shift at the factory.
I want to sound like a duck.
You would sound like
Just because I want to sound like a duck. No other reason.
I want you to sound like that duck.
Isn't that like a little ducky you sound like? No.
I imagine more chirps. But,
do ducks go quack quack?
Yeah, ducks go quack.
Okay.
But I'm sure little ducks don't go. They go quack, 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 quack. I like how this conversation has turned into what does the duck sound like?
I don't know why watching shows. I need to ask this question. I probably should Google it, but do guns spark when they shoot in real life?
Do they spark?
You know how like
I feel like the spark happens after they pull the trigger.
Is that a real thing?
Do they use gunpowder? Gunpowder isn't used still, is it? It's in the bullet. So maybe there's a spark inside that causes the gunpowder in the bullet to shoot off. I doubt you probably see any spark outside of the barrel.
So there's sparks?
I would say no. I would say the sparks are inside if there are, but there are probably no sparks outside. But like now that I'm thinking about it, I know like TV shows sometimes if there's a gunshot and it's dark, they sometimes show like a little flash of light. But I don't know if that's just
There's always flashes. When there's guys shooting you, and like that's how you can tell like they're shooting you. But I'm like, is that an actual like thing that happens in real life, or is that just for like show?
Yeah, it's just cinematography pieces to it.
Because I'm like, do guns spark or do they not spark?
Yeah, because now I'm thinking about war movies, and there are 100% sparks in war movie guns.
Everywhere.
These are the questions we need answers to.
Right. According to Quora.
Oh, Quora. Yep.
Darn it, I went away. Yeah, no, it showed on the actual before clicking it. Yeah, no. Okay, it says, yes, it generally produces spark because of the accumulation of the changes from a gun way after firing.
So it does. Huh. Learn something new every day.
Mm-hmm. Would you happen to have a question of the day?
Oh, we're talking about guns.
I haven't seen so many sparks that I was like, does this really happen or just that? Just like for movies.
We could just do the sandwich. What types of sandwiches do people like? If you had to eat one sandwich for the rest of your life, this is it. If you had to eat one sandwich for the rest of your life, what sandwich would you eat?
What sandwich would you eat, Sawyer?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. That's a tough call. And a hamburger is not a sandwich, for those asking. We're talking about like a sandwich.
Dun dun dun. Does a Mexican sandwich count?
I'm going to say Jersey Mike's Original Italian. It's got all the different meats. There's onions on it, lettuce. It's really good. I'm going to go with that sandwich.
Does the Original Italian, what kind of meat does it have? Provolone ham. Oh my goodness, it has everything.
Mm-hmm. It's a good sandwich.
It's a cold sub?
Oh, yeah. If I'm eating one sandwich for the rest of my life, I'm eating a cold sub.
I'm gonna go with a Mexican sandwich. Torta. I've gotten away from them now. But last year, like, do you not eat tacos? I'm like, I just feel like the two tortillas, if I do eat tacos, it'd be like one tortilla. But that's hard on my stomach.
Yeah.
Sadly. So I just go with the torta. That's good too.
Perfect. Woo! We're sandwich people. This is the sandwich podcast now. For any sandwich questions, let us know. But more importantly, let us know what sandwich you guys would eat for the rest of your life if you had to choose just one. And let us know if it's a hot or a cold sandwich. I know that sometimes there's flex with it, but let us know. And so, again, if you are listening to us on YouTube, you can let us know in the comment section below. Or if you are listening to us on one of the podcast platforms, you can email it to us at talkmentuesday@gmail.com. And if you have anything that you want us to talk about next week, let us know. This week's episode is actually brought to us by the estate of Nathaniel Hill, to remind you guys to read his books.
Napoleon.
It was Nathaniel. Dang it. I knew it started with an N. Napoleon Hill. Dang it. So thanks, Napoleon Hill's family, for being longtime supporters of the show. But if you guys have any tips, tricks, feedback that you think would help improve the podcast quality, let us know. We are always looking to make adjustments to have a better listening experience for you. But we appreciate you all, as always, for taking the time out of your days to listen to us. But we'll talk with you guys next week. In the meantime, though, stay safe, give somebody a hug, make sure to tell someone you love them. But we will talk with you guys more next week.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.